So what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, guys. I am David. On today's episode, we have to get into the yard today and find our wood yard right there. All of our wood has been overgrown with weeds and grass, and it has gotten away from me. Gotten away actually is a very heavy understatement for this particular thing. It has ran away from me. I just didn't get the time to it this summer. Make sure I'm saying this right. It's not that I didn't make the time for it. It's just I try to practice what I preach. And when I say I'm not going to enjoy something or doing something, and then typically speaking, I don't do those things. And this summer was like 100 degrees, 90 degrees, 100 degrees, and I don't really enjoy splitting wood when it's 100 degrees outside. You're just sitting in the sun splitting wood. Now, if I had to split the wood and I had no choice because I needed that wood or whatever the case may have been, and had to do it, I do own a swimming pool. Fine, we'll split the wood, go jump in the pool to cool off, get back to splitting the wood. You know, even if I did it for half an hour and then jumped in the pool for an hour, you know, like whatever, I would get the job done. But it was just too much. Now we're finally starting to cool off. We're coming into our fall season now, and like right now it's like 60 degrees. It's just beautiful, and this is what I'm talking about. So now it's time to get in there. So we're gonna go ahead and find this pile. Actually, we're not even gonna really find it. I'm just gonna start pulling the wood out of it with the Coyote CK2610 and the grapple bucket or the regular bucket, whatever. I might just scoop some and bring it over. I got my, can you see it on the ground over there? You can't see it, I don't think, but I got my Ryobi electric 40-volt chainsaw out. I'm gonna start putting that through some of its paces because it's a new item for me. I've only used it one time. And as I pull the wood from out of that pile, I'm just gonna, whatever I pull out, I'm gonna cut and split until we delete that pile, because I don't want the wood pile there any longer. As we're starting to clear the property out, I realize that this isn't where the wood yard is gonna be. We're gonna put the wood yard back by Area 51. And if you're new to my channel or whatever the case is, Area 51, I refer to Area 51. It's the back side of my property. It's the back corner of my property. We do hunting and stuff back there, and we call it Area 51 because when we first came to this property, we had to clear the land. All of the brush and shrubs and stuff that we took down, we just put it on the back part of the property to let it decompose back there. And so we call it Area 51 because we don't really know what's going on back there. It's just back there decomposing, doing whatever it's doing. And so we thought it'd be fun to call it Area 51. So whatever, long story very short. So we're going to end up moving the wood pile back further that way. And then also, if we can clear some of the land in front of Area 51, we might actually just put it there. We'll see what happens, but we don't want it here anymore. It's too close to my fence that my kids are playing in. It's just, it doesn't look right anymore. So we're growing into the property. So whatever the case is, enough babbling on. Let's go ahead and get some work done, and let's go ahead and start splitting some wood. Actually, before we start splitting wood, I do want to give you guys a quick close up here. This conglomerate of weeds and shrubs, there is all my pine, all my softwoods. You can see, here we go, there's a better shot right there. You can see this is all my softwoods are in here that need to get cut and split for the pit fire. Moving along over this way, this is our hardwoods. And this is the pile of hardwoods. You can see it's just, you know, weeds and shrubs and crap have just grown all over it. And on the back side of the property, not the back side, but the other side, you can see some logs, some big rounds in there, because I had them all staged out, and we're just going to grab a maul and start quartering them so we can go ahead and split them up. I'm going to end up just grabbing the tractor and taking them individually and bringing them to over there where we're operating at, and just go ahead and just do them one at a time and just get them done. So, but yeah, overgrown, gotten away. It rained last night, so the wood's a little bit wet, but whatever, not a big deal. Let's get some work done. Let's go ahead and grab the Coyote and put the bucket on it. So the stuff that we split, we can just grab it with the bucket so it's at working height while we're splitting, and I don't have to keep bending over and grabbing the wood, bending over, grabbing the wood, put it up at a decent work height, call it a day. Really, any excuse to grab the tractor will do. Alright guys, I've shown this before in some other log splitting videos, but this is my typical setup. I got my bucket full of some rounds, I got my splitter, and I have my storage bin. So I just split and store. Now let's be extremely clear. I could fill this up with a bunch more wood. I can go out there and cut, and then grab it with the bucket and bring a bunch more over. And this process could be a little bit more efficient. But for me, splitting wood is just coming into season, and I'm in no rush. I want to take my time. I want to enjoy. So I don't need to be. I don't care to be that efficient. If I wasn't splitting wood, I'd be doing something else. You know, I enjoy doing this. It's such a nice process. You throw some earphones in, you play some music, you relax, you split some wood. It's just a really great time. So I'm in no rush. Period. Yes, it can be more efficient, but I'm not looking for efficiency. I'm looking to enjoy myself splitting some wood. All right, so this is how we're going to do it. Just literally, this wasn't a very huge bucket full, but it all has to get done. I'm in no rush. So we're going to go to the pile, scoop some out. We're going to drop it here, get it all sorted out, get what needs to be cut, anything on the bucking station, and get it cut to you know, our lengths. And then we're just going to go ahead and split it. We'll just do it a bucket load at a time until that pile disappears. We're going to take these and we're going to feed them right back into the bucket of the tractor. All right, so this pallet storage bin is full. It was already halfway filled before we even started splitting wood. And we're going to move on. This one, when I was moving it with the pallet forks, I may have bumped it the wrong way and kind of split it. Not may have, I hit it with the pallet fork too high and, not the pallet fork, the carryall, and I broke it. So, fortunately, I have a wood delivery coming up that we're going to empty out that one first and use that for my delivery that's coming up. And this one looks full. Let's go take a look at this guy. We might be able to fit a little more in this one. Yeah, no, this one's full. We could fit a little bit more, but not worth the effort. All right. All right, so all the bins are filled as you see, and that one's broken, like I just showed you. So now the discrepancy is my free access to pallets is no longer. I don't have, typically I get free pallets, and I don't have access to that any longer. I guess with the wood shortage, man, I don't know what's going on. I mean, with the wood price going so high, but so now I just kind of scour the Craigslist and scour the Facebooks, and when we can find free pallets, we just run and grab some. Now, I haven't been looking for free pallets as of recent, but the splitting must go on. So now it's just time to get creative as I'm splitting, where do I want to put that split wood? As I'm splitting it, I prefer it not to be on the ground. So maybe I'll stack a few pallets in place or somewhere and go ahead and maybe put them onto that so we can get them off the ground as we split them. I got some plywood over there that's just scrap I could throw in the ground. Ah, I have an idea. I have my, what is that, 20-foot trailer out back. Maybe I'll, because I'm not using it, maybe I'll grab that with the tractor and we'll throw it on that, so that way that wood is mobile, so I don't have to stack it here and have to sit here. I can just simply bring it back to the football field and call it a day. And for the record, if you're new to my channel, the football field, Area 51 is the left side of the back part of the property. The football field is on the right side of the back part of the property. And we only call it the football field because when we first bought the property, it was overgrown, and me and a friend went trekking through the overgrown. We had some hatchets and a little chainsaw with us, and we kind of went just exploring, and that back part of the property just opened up into this, at the time, looked like a really big area. And I'm like, this is like a football field out here. And so it has been coined phrase now, that's called the football field. So it's not as big as a football field. It's not even close to being as big as a football field. It's probably only, I don't know, 20 yards or so. But and don't even hold me to that. It's not that big at all. But whatever, it's called the football field. So my big trailer is in the football field. So we're going to go ahead and grab that trailer, I'm thinking, because that sounds like a really good idea. I'm not using the trailer. It's off the ground. It's mobile. Let's grab the trailer. All right, guys, I wanted to take a quick moment to pause and say, for my quick hitch, these guys right here controls this pin. You see it pivot in and out? So when you're hooking an item, you can leave these down. This is spring loaded. So when you lift up one like this, per se, this little knob will make that fold back in and it'll click itself in place. I leave mine open like this until I'm completely hooked, because I've missed a hook before, and then when you miss the hook, now you have to unhook it, and that's probably due to my inexperience. Let's be clear about that also. You know, if you're a perfectionist and you're perfect every single time you pick up your implement, hey, leave yours closed. I'm just saying, if you see on my video that these are still open, I do it because when I hook it, I want to make sure I'm latched in on both sides, and then I just pop them down, and that's it. And I still don't have to leave my tractor to do any of that, which is still really nice. If you don't have a quick hitch for your tractor and you own more than one implement, if you only own one implement, you don't need this. But if you own more than one implement for out back of your tractor, get yourself a quick hitch. I highly, highly recommend it. This is not a sponsored video. This is just from my experience. Yes, please. I can't say enough nice things about this quick hitch. Yes, yes, and yes. Let's get back to work. All right, just for reference, guys, you can see how it splits one way and splits the other way. This way is Area 51, where we hunt at. I don't know if you can see the blind up back there, but there's a blind right there. And then if you go right is our football field. Just kind of for reference. All right, guys, so this is what we commonly refer to as the football field. This is a hot tub, whatever. We might actually do a wood-fired hot tub with that soon. We'll see. But anyway, so this is the football field. Right over there, if you see that little red and silver, whatever that is right there, look like a pickup truck or something like that, whatever. That's my neighbor's yard, and I won't film his stuff. You know, give him his privacy. But if you see the green overflow right there, that's a fence actually. So that's where his property is, and then this tree line is my property here. But this is what we call the football field. Now over here That's still my property right there, even though there's a big shrub here. But on the other side of that is Area 51, and it's got a bunch of debris back there that when we cleared out all the stuff, like I said before, we just put it over there. Anyway, and you saw my blind over there, and there's a deer feeding thing over there for the deer. Anyway, so right there, that tire, that's my tow dolly. Like everything is just one season. This used to be all dirt back here, and then just this summer, all of this stuff grew up and just overtook everything, man. So whatever, not that big of a deal. There's my 20-foot trailer right there. We're gonna grab that guy up. I'll give you a little backstory on this. All right, guys, so this is my 20-foot trailer. I haven't used it. I picked it up dirt cheap from a friend of mine who owns a landscaping company. He had bought bigger lawnmowers, and they outgrew this trailer. So it's been sitting on his property for a long, long time. For a couple of years, it's just been sitting. And I kept nagging him about it. Hey, what are you doing with that trailer? What are you doing with that trailer? And eventually, he gave it to me. Not gave it to me. I bought it off of him for dirt cheap. And I actually don't remember what I paid for it. I would say I would be, you know, I don't want to lie to you. I don't remember what I paid for it, but it was cheap. Haven't done anything with it. He said that there's potentially a bad wheel bearing on it. Now, his employee that actually drug this trailer around for years and years and years said there was nothing wrong with it. He goes, no, we just outgrew the trailer. We just set it off on the property because we couldn't use the trailer anymore. They bought a bigger trailer. So he said there's nothing wrong with it. The owner of the company said there's a potential it might have a bad bearing on it. And I don't know. I haven't sorted it out. I haven't looked at it. Haven't brought it into the shop. It will be coming in soon because this trailer will make my tractor mobile where I can get it down to my boy Joseph's house. He's got a lot of big projects going on in his house that tractor would do him a lot of good down there. So, and he can come and just grab it, load it, grab it, chain it down, and take it to his house and do what he has to do with it. I don't mind that at all. And it makes it mobile for me. If we move, I do anything, whatever. So, we are going to get this thing fixed up. But for right now, it's definitely going to be good enough to grab the tractor and roll it around and put wood on it like I just said, like we're going to do. Because it has a good base on it. It'll keep the wood off the ground, and it'll make that mobile so I can actually drag it back here when we're done stacking all the wood on it. So, this is a pretty good idea. Let's go ahead and get this guy drug out and get it cleaned up a little bit, at least enough that we can go ahead and work with it. All right, so let's just give you guys a close-up here. I haven't seen this trailer in a while. I haven't been back here in a while. Let's see what we got. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. Let's adjust this a little bit. So this trailer's looking like. Nice solid bottom there. Tires, everybody's got air. Looking good. Like I said, it was a landscape trailer, so they got the things right there for the, the weed whackers and stuff like that. I don't know if those are gonna stay on or not. Ooh, look at that, a good spare tire. Man, that's a bonus. I never realized that. But she's looking good. We're gonna get it cleaned up. Let's get all this crap off of here. Get all these weeds and stuff cleaned up. I guess while we're out, we'll probably shoot a video on getting this thing going, because I'm sure the lights and stuff don't work. I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, this is broke. I don't even know what this is. Ooh, but it's got trailer brakes, so that's cool. All right. Yeah, we'll get this guy sorted out, but for right now, it can hold wood. That's for sure. So, let's get it cleaned up. I think this is what you call like that minute vine stuff. It has little prickers all over. It's got little thorns. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. It's got thorns all over it. It sucks. All right, so this is cleaned up enough for me. We just swept it down, took a little leaf blower to it. We are after all going to be putting wood on top of it, so it's going to get more debris and wood chips and all that kind of stuff on it. But I do want to take a tape measure and get some official numbers because I'm not really too sure how long this trailer is or how wide it is or anything like that. So let's get some official numbers going. All right, so this is 81 inches. It's 6 feet 9 inches. Let's see how long this thing is. All right, and this is going to be 18 feet long. That's not including the tongue, but just the bed itself is 18 feet with the tongue. We're probably going to be looking at, let's see here, this guy is another 4 feet. So, and I don't know if a trailer is measured from the tip of the tongue to the back of the trailer. If anybody's watching this video and you know whether or not when somebody says I have a 20-foot trailer, does that include the tongue or not include the tongue? Let us know in the comments below, or let me know in the comments below if you happen to know that information. I'm sure I can Google it, but I prefer to interact with you guys in the comments. So if somebody knows that information, let me know. Let's all learn together. But I don't know the dimensions. I didn't know the dimensions. I did know them when I first picked up this trailer, but I just completely forgot. You saw where the trailer was, sitting back on the property. I haven't seen this trailer in, I think I bought it over a year ago. I got it when I purchased my tractor, and then I picked up this trailer because this trailer will hold my tractor. So it's been over a year that I've owned this trailer. Haven't done anything with it whatsoever. It just hasn't been a priority for me to, I have a ton of projects going on, and this just has not been a priority. However, now that it's cleaned up, we're going to go ahead and get the wood moved around, get some wood onto this guy, and then once the wood comes off of this, I'm going to put it up on the list of things to get done. But it may have to wait until next season because we're in fall, we're going to be coming in the winter, and I'm not going to be trailering my tractor anywhere for the winter time. So it might come early spring next season, us fixing this trailer up. But we'll see what happens. Who knows? Maybe a ton of money will fall from the sky into my hands, and I can build a monster shop that I want to build, and I can just pull this guy on in the middle of the winter and work on it in my nice heated shop. I doubt that happens, but whatever. Who knows, right? Anyways, let's get back to work. Let's get some wood split, and let's start throwing some wood on this guy. This is going to be pretty freaking awesome. All right, so we're going to drop the trailer where it is. We're going to drop the box where it is also, and we're going to grab the carry-all, and I'm going to move the storage, the pallet storage bin that we just filled up with wood. I'm going to go ahead and move that out of the way and put the box back on, hook the trailer back in, and then we're going to back the trailer in over there so we can just throw wood right onto it. And that should work out well. I don't know if I should be this excited about something so silly, but I'm so glad I just came up with this idea. What a great idea this was. Let's go. Let's get some work done. So here's just a good example of sometimes you gotta, I can sit on the tractor and jolt it around a little bit to get this to sit in, but I know this is an issue and this carry-all isn't that heavy. Just watch your fingers and hands and everything. But this is a really close tolerance in here, so this gets, sometimes it'll snap right in and sometimes it won't. Voila. Perfect. That worked out really well. Let's grab some wood. We're going to put it here. Some of the wood that we actually split, I'm going to go ahead and chalk the tires with it so it doesn't roll on me. All right, so the trailer's in place. And now we have to take off the weight box and we have to go grab the box blade so we can put some more, so we can put weight out back so we can keep scooping the logs that we're scooping from the wood pile that we're scooping from. We have the weight out back, or else, you know, granted, I do feel like those logs are pretty light. I could probably do without the box blade, but better safe than sorry. And I want the weight out back just in case I do get into some bigger stuff over there. I'm not destroying anything. So this is a good setup. I'm pretty excited. I probably should have made this video like a quick hitch video because you can see why that quick hitch is so important on the tractor. Well, for me and my application, it's very important because I switch through implements like, you know, pallet forks, box blades, you know, the weight box for towing. Like, I'm constantly switching through implements, and it just saves me so much time. So I can't say enough nice things about it. Get a quick hitch if you don't have one. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the box blade put on, and let's get back to work. Let's get splitting some more wood. Once again, we're just going to go ahead and sort through this. Put whatever we gotta put in the bucket station. On the bucking station, cut, put it into the bucket, and then go split it. Rinse and repeat. All right, guys, we got some rain coming in, so we're gonna end the video right here. We only got a few pieces of wood put on the trailer, but not a big deal. It's just gonna sit here, and I'm gonna pile it up until that pile is deleted. And once it's deleted and it's all stacked in here, we're gonna put it back on the in the football field. That's what we're gonna do, or at least that's the plan. Let me say it that way also. As far as the pine and all my softwoods are concerned, I will eventually get to those also. I want to move that pile. I want to cut that up, do the exact same process. People who buy that wood typically have outdoor furnaces and boilers and stuff like that outdoors, or some of the campgrounds that are local here will purchase that wood also for their campfires outside. And I use it personally here for our own pit fire, period. So that's going to be it though, guys. We're gonna wrap this up. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a lot of fun. You got to see that quick hitch in action today, man. I'm telling you, get one of those. I can't stress it enough. If you own a tractor, get yourself one. Any questions or anything, drop them down in the comments, guys. That's all I got. So don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. Join me in the comments. Chit chat with me out there. I like interacting with you guys there, so do that for me. And that's going to be it. We're going to wrap this up. Two things, guys. As always, do not forget to take the time to enjoy what you do. And don't forget, work does not do itself. So don't be afraid to get out there. Get after it.